GOLI gummies are all gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, unfiltered, and of course, gelatin-free. You can use my code DUCOYT for better health today. Now back to me acting a fool. Bring your ass, Dan. Okay. So the title of this video is discussing real topics while gaming. How does that make you feel, Danny?
I don't know the topic yet.
I'm just telling you the title. How does that make you feel?
I didn't even hear the title. What was the title? What was the title? I didn't hear that.
The title is discussing real topics while gaming.
Oh, that's okay. I thought you meant the title of the topic, not
No,
just the. Okay.
No.
Real
topics.
Okay.
And I'm still lagging.
Makes me nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you nervous?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should be.
I'm gonna cancel.
Scoring.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that you may. So the first topic is: does listening to a gay artist make you gay?
No.
No.
That's a good question.
Next one.
We have to elaborate. Why not?
I mean, that's like saying just talking to a gay person makes you gay. For absolutely no reason.
I mean, maybe some people believe that. What do you? No.
Do people believe that? Is that a thing people believe?
So, clearly,
Is it-
I don't know if you've heard the
I mean,
controversy.
that's
always on us.
kind of scary. People believe that. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, people believe the vaccines kill you. Well, not kill you, but give you autism.
What gives you autism?
Oh, they believe about the MMR vaccine. They said that as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
That it would cause Oh, you're kidding me. Anyway, yeah, no, there's sexuality shouldn't even come into it. Like, why is that even?
Well, the reason I ask is because of Lil Nas X, and there's been plenty of people saying that they don't want to listen to him because he's gay, or they find out that he's gay and then they feel away, or even his lyrics.
And is that down to just inherent prejudice, or is that just? Are they literally scared they're going to become gay by listening to it?
I feel like it's just prejudice.
That's just homophobia, and it's kind of parents. It's the parents that get really protective over the kids and think that them talking to anyone that's LGBTQ is gonna transform into like a kind of monster.
Yes.
For like no reason.
Yes.
Because like really freaking idle about it. Not idle, but be stupid.
It just amazes.
I mean, that is how gay guys are made. You know, they're made by listening to music.
What are we made by, Dan?
A stork comes to drop a gay baby off. That's how it works.
It's like an infection caused by listening to music.
I hear COVID causes gayness. Actually, that's what I heard.
Oh, the vaccine?
Oh my god, I missed it.
Yeah, you're horrible. The vaccine makes you gay?
No,
that too. That works. That's funny.
Because I got the vaccine.
Same.
It digs up
There's a theme. Yeah, there's a theme here. JC, don't get the vaccine.
Yeah, please. You'll be infected.
Or do, actually. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Is it worth it in this society?
See, I don't listen to Lil Nas. Like, I almost called him Little Nas. I sound the most white person ever just then.
Yeah, old.
But are his lyrics like really graphic in terms of like gay activities?
Well, this is what I was telling JC. Montero is a troll.
Yeah.
So if he gets graphic with his lyrics, it's because he's trying to get people upset. So if you listen to one of his songs, he'll talk about just subtle things. I mean, it's not anything horrible, but in his new song, he said something like, "I don't fuck bitches, I'm queer" or something. So people got upset about that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's not my mindset. It blows me, but it's not anything as bad as a lot of the female rappers
Oh,
or
it does
even
the
male
blowing,
rappers
does
that I
it?
hear.
Okay.
It what?
It said it's doing the blowing for once.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Anyway,
Um, what he says is not nearly as bad as what a lot of these rappers are saying now. So
yeah.
that's just how I feel about it. I mean, there's plenty of
But it
artists
just comes down then to,
homophobia.
yeah, to straight activities being seen as normal and
Hmm.
gay activities being seen as out of the ordinary, right?
Yeah, animalistic.
That's what it comes down to.
Only the men though, not the women.
That is true, actually. Yeah.
Oops.
I don't know. I think there's always going to be people that has issues with anything related to to gay culture. And I think
Oh, it is
if there are
absolutely.
people that are refusing to listen to his music because I suppose there's going to be people that are refusing to listen to his music on a Christian standpoint. But I would expect those people to also refuse to listen to any kind of music that has like the terms bitches in and talking about sex and that kind of thing. Like they can't just,
So no rap
if it is on that front, then yeah, basically no rap.
at all.
But so if it is on that, if they are claiming it's prison religion, then it needs to be not just Lil Nas and that kind of content, but all music to that
Something
degree, I
else
guess.
that gets me is how, you know, so Lil Nas X kissed one of his dancers on stage during a performance. I don't know if you heard about that. Did you?
No.
So he kissed one of his dancers, of course a guy, and everyone was screaming, "The children. What about the children?" And that's hilarious, isn't it?
It is a bit. See, there was a group, a Russian group called Tartu,
Try to, okay.
and they were gay. They were openly, they were a lesbian couple, or at least on stage they were. I don't know if it was kind of just like a performance or it was an actual relationship, but they would like kiss openly on stage. You never heard people complaining about that, did you?
No.
Like,
Look at our pings. What is this?
oh wow, yeah.
What? Maybe this is server related. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean that was it. Like,
Oh.
you had this lesbian group called Tartu, and they kissed on stage like quite erotically, and they never got any kind of. There was definitely an inherent prejudice towards gay relationships and how they're seen as something that needs to be hidden. Do you know what I mean? There's kind of that inherent prejudice in society, I think. There's a lot with other
I
things
get
as well,
it.
but
I think it's just
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
you'll have Cardi B kissing girls in her music videos,
Yeah.
and nothing was said. But he comes on here and
That's
he
so.
kisses a guy, and everyone screams, "The children."
But it even comes down to um, like girls will talk about kissing each other, won't they, for practice and that kind of thing. And guys will not do that. That's not a thing guys do.
No,
Guys are like, oh, that's gay. Like, so I
that's
think
not
it
what they
does
say
come
now.
down
They say
to
that's sus.
that. Yeah, okay, I'm not down with the people.
Yeah, right, right.
But you know what I mean, like. So I do think a lot of it comes down to like fragile masculinity, maybe.
Definitely.
But
JC has no mic now, apparently.
what's that?
JC doesn't have a mic now. I'm having internet issues. JC doesn't have a mic. This is just great for our first episode.
It's a hard topic though. Like I can see it being difficult to talk about if you're not on the LGBT scale in some way. Like I can see it being quite tough to talk about.
For
You're
what
worried
to talk
about, you know. To talk about these kind of topics.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to
Generally.
just ask. I want people's opinion because sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy, and these next topics are gonna be even more in depth. But it blows my mind at how women get such a pass on certain things. Excuse me, you and your group get such a pass on things. Forgive me. And if men do it, it's something different. It's a problem. So that's a good
Yeah.
way to segue into the next question.
Although, can I just say before we go on to the next question, I don't actually think that the issue there lies in women at all. I think the issue actually lies in men. Like, I think women don't tend to have. Well, I don't think women do have an issue with gay men at all. I think the issue does lie in
That's not
in the
completely
men
true,
that
but I agree.
you don't think.
Some parts, as far as the women not,
I guess not all women. I'm generalizing a little bit.
yeah,
But,
'cause
like-
some women don't, for the simple fact that they think that gay men are taking their straight men, and which
Yeah.
those men were never straight to begin with if they were able to be taken. But that's just anyway.
Oh my god. Oh
I
my
got an
god.
epic
Oh my
save for
god.
that. Okay. I'm still having internet issues. Is my voice still okay or no?
Yeah, no, your voice is fine. That was yeah.
That was bad. So
But anyway,
the next
yeah.
question that I'm gonna go to, kind of gonna be kind of out of order, but let me see here. Is society easy on men?
In terms of
In general?
like, do they get an easier way than women,
Yeah, in any
or
way, yeah.
just
Because I've got
I mean, we live in a I think we live in a patriarchy, and I do think it is easier to get into higher positions as a man.
Okay,
Personally,
I'll agree.
I think both sides of the coin, like both genders have, well, sorry, not both traditional cisgenders have
hmm
aspects in life that are easier than the other, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I don't know. What do you think?
I'm so glad you asked, Danny. Wait, what did JC say? To be fair, men get a lot less support on mental health and stuff like that. That's more of the what am I trying to say? That's more of the what am I trying to say? Oops. That's more of the way I was trying to take the conversation. For me,
Okay, so it's down to kind of
men are supposed to be these macho dudes. They can't really show emotion. If they show too much emotion, or if they cry, they're a bitch. Or if they have opinions on things that involve women, they're in women's business. Men can't wear certain things without being assumed that they're gay. I mean, hell, men can't even wear pink without being looked at weird. Men can't wear certain jewelry, can't wear certain shoes. But women, if they do wear men's clothing or whatever, it's stylish. Or, I mean, it's not like they don't already have more than half the store to choose from. But they also wear stuff from the men's section, which, I mean, I'm not, upset about, but it's just like, damn. We get, okay, so like in Forever 21. Have you ever been in there?
I do even we probably I'm gonna get slaughtered, but do we have that in the UK? I don't know. I feel like we don't have that in the UK, but I might be wrong. But
So it's a nice store for maybe like college students, high school students. Pretty good on prices, I guess. And for the majority of the store, it's nothing but women's stuff. Like 95% is women's shit. So a small corner of the store is for men. Literally. A small corner. Yet I see a bunch of women over there, and it's just like, damn, we can't get anything. Because if we were in their section, that would be a problem. But it's like they have more freedom to do whatever.
But where does the problem lie though? Like, I personally don't think if a man walked into a woman's section and tried a woman's clothing that they'd get called out. But I think other men call them out.
I don't think they'd get called out, but I do think people they would stare and judge.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just feel that. And
That's
then
fair.
Wendy Williams made a comment years ago saying that she is tired of men wearing women's clothes. Like, let us have our dresses and I think shoes and something back. And I was just like, is she serious? Like, the amount of things that women wear that are like considered men's is ridiculous. And for her to say, give us our dresses back.
Wendy Williams, is that?
The talk show
She's
host.
not one of the ones that's... Oh no, never mind, it's not then.
Yeah, I was blown away when I heard her say that, because I'm like, the amount of, we could just say women athletes that wear men's shoes or jerseys or whatever alone is more than I feel that men are wearing women's clothing. I just want to know where's the balance? Why is it a problem?
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a big ass rant right now. But that shit, it bothered me only because she had the nerve to say that. When if you really look at things and map it out, it's the complete opposite.
I would probably question that what she said probably isn't like the general thought process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know a lot of women that I know just like would not. I suppose they would care in the sense that they might not date a man that wears women's clothing,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't care in the sense that if they see a man on the street, they're not going to sit there and judge.
Understandable.
They might. Yeah.
That could be your preference.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get that. Yeah. No, I get that. I don't think it's an issue.
No.
But I just, in terms of like what you were saying about women kind of judging men for wearing women's clothing and stuff.
A bunch.
I think I do feel like, I mean, I will say as a trans person myself,
Mm-hmm.
I've been judged more by men than I have women, and there have been women online that have judged me
Mm-hmm.
and have called me, God knows what, and called me called me like a man just trying to get into closer to women and God knows what, and a predator and God knows horrible stuff.
What?
But like the actual judgment I've come across in real life has come, like, in other words, not internet trolls, has come from like men, I would say.
And I feel like when it comes from men so heavily, it's insecurities.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's just we're brought up in a society where men are expected to be like, the hunter and like
Mm-hmm.
the grass. I've forgotten all the terms. Grass winner? Is that it?
Grass.
I don't know.
Bread.
Breadwinner, that's the one.
Danny, are
But
you
like,
serious?
yeah, grass winner. I
Grass.
swear there's something about grass. Bringing home the grass or something.
No.
Grass isn't grass money? Don't they say grass is money? Isn't that a thing?
I mean, that's weed, but I thought money was cheese.
Oh, that is weed, isn't it?
Bread.
I don't know. But anyway,
Wow.
there is definitely that thing, isn't there? Like,
Yeah.
and society, and even the media, still very much presents men as the protector and women as the protected. Like, that is still
Mhm.
very much a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think women do value, a lot of women do value, like that feeling of security with a man. Like, they want to feel like he is protecting them and stuff.
Yeah, a bunch.
I mean,
of
it's
them.
kind of,
and I get it.
yeah, like, yeah, exactly. Like, I like that. Like, it's just, it's like natural. It's just nature.
It's hot. Forgive me.
But exactly. So I think that's where like this fragile. We better address what JC said in the chat actually before we go on to the next thing.
Also, the fact that excuse me. I'm kidding.
Sorry, the host. You are the host. I apologize. Overstepping.
Also, the fact that men have to ask women out too, or the woman seems desperate, even though if men ask women out, we are seen as creepy. I do also see that point as well. Honestly.
Yeah. There's a fine line, isn't there, between being charming and creepy?
Yeah, I
Let's be
guess it's all
honest.
how you do it. Yeah. But then it's also the men are expected to propose. But I feel like as we go along, women are starting to do it more. That's a
Yeah.
tradition
But it
I guess people
definitely-
want to keep.
yeah.
I guess I don't know.
That is definitely a traditional.
True.
More than likely. I missed that
Re-
last bit. What did he say? And
Something
more than
about
likely,
we're going to
men
be
are
more
going to be
anxious.
socially anxious. Yeah.
Okay.
But it is true that I think there's more. I think more pressure is put on men from a younger age to be like the guy and the one that goes out and gets women and stuff. And
hmm
I think women are almost given a bit more freedom in terms of
Everything.
yeah. But at the same time, I think that is partially because there are less expectations on them, and I mean that in a negative way. Like I feel like women naturally are expected to achieve less, which is entirely wrong. But I feel like that is a thing.
I mean that
Like
I
I was-
thought
I was
that was
reading-
the case for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading an article the other day about it was a 13-year-old girl that wrote into a paper, and she was writing about how she'd been at a fair, and it was the Boy Scouts and the was it the Brownies? What's the girl version?
I have no idea. What the hell?
That was good. But anyway, and they on the announcement they were like, "Oh, here's to our future doctors and presidents." As the Scouts walked out,
hmm
and then as the woman, as the Girl Scouts walked out, they were like, "And the girls are just here to have fun."
Rip.
And it was
But
just
that's-
like, and she was like, I'm fed up of seeing it. The girl literally wrote this, like, I'm fed up of seeing this. Why does it happen all the time? And it is kind of true, I think.
It almost goes with what I was telling JC about how like women, or at least feminine is almost seen as like, I don't want to say less than, but like a human type of thing as far
Yeah.
as like
They
what you
are.
just
No,
said.
they are, I think.
I don't understand. Like that's basically why they are allowed to kiss and why they get a pass on a bunch of things. Like I just don't understand why that's the case. Where are my cough drops? Off topic. What's going on?
I think it comes back to what I said earlier. Like,
It does. Oh, oops. It does though. I don't know who made that a thing. It's almost like if straight men don't find something attractive,
oh my god.
it's not okay. Two girls can kiss, and that's found attractive, which is still homosexuality. And if two men do it, everyone is clinching and running away and screaming at children, which is something I always laugh at. The children. Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's crazy.
Sorry, I'm just focusing right now because this is freaking me out.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. This is why I wanted to do this though. I feel like it makes it fun. Who blew me up? Nothing. I got blown up by air. It's my connection. So next question. So everyone knows how we have.
Oh my god.
Ooh, wait.
It got saved.
No. Wait. I'm panicked. Okay.
It was the question. What was the question? Say it now. We've got time.
Everyone knows about a tomboy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is that for? What is that for little boys that act feminine or have feminine ways? What is that? A femboy?
Yeah, I guess that's not far off.
But is
I was
that
going to say, I feel like generally that's just seen as a gay man,
correct?
which is wrong.
Correct. That's what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
That he's the F word. He's a sissy. He's all these derogatory.
Nice, old English
Exactly. A puss.
A puff. POF, not puss.
Oh, he's all these derogatory names, but if a girl wants to play sports or wear boys' clothes, that's just normal. She's a tomboy. Basically,
Yeah.
femboy is gay. That's what it comes off as. But if a little girl wants to do stuff with boys, that's almost encouraged. But if a guy wants to be in a group of girls playing with dolls, he's a punk.
Yeah. Again, that's true. So, and I think that does come down to like again, it all sounds like toxic masculinity. I didn't realize you disagree with me that much. So please
Forgive me.
But no, yeah, like I think that comes down to like toxic masculinity. I can't speak, and yeah, that kind of just that
It's
masculine
toxic.
insecurity, and I think we're moving away from that as a society, but I think it's
We
still
are.
going to be there for a while, and there's a lot of people that encourage it. But it's unfortunate.
I'm almost for like gender non-conforming for situations that we're talking about tonight, but I still do enjoy wearing the clothes that I wear now, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, I think it's just about wearing what you feel comfortable in,
right.
and for you that is more masculine clothing. But if it did happen to be a dress and a spaghetti strap top, then it should be like.
Right. I'm feeling
I
like,
said it does.
oh, it's done. Oh.
Oh, he did.
Okay.
He just did me completely. But yeah, like again, I think it all just comes down to that kind of toxic. And again, I think a lot of women, although wouldn't necessarily date a man that wears a dress, I don't think they'd necessarily judge the person for doing so. Is that
Some women are okay with it.
what did JC write? Is that your outfit choice, Dani? Yes, it's my. No, it's not actually. I don't ever wear a dress or spaghetti straps.
Rip.
Apart from the spaghetti straps I'm wearing in my profile picture. Up from them.
So have you heard of? Did you do your homework and look up T.S. Madison?
No, but the name rings a bell. Who is that?
A famous transgender.
You didn't actually tell me that at all before the
I feel
thing.
like I
Was that
did
something I was supposed
mention.
to look up?
Yes, I feel like I did mention her name
No.
before.
I didn't even know the topic until like 4 hours earlier.
No. This was a while ago. I told you to look her up.
Oh, I see.
Only because a
Oh.
lot of the things that she talks about is accurate, and it's pretty much on the same line almost as what I'm talking about.
What kind of stuff does she say then? Like,
Tracky pants. JC really wears panties, but we're not going to talk about it.
honestly, that's what I'm wearing right now, to be honest.
Panties? Wow.
I mean, no. Tracky pants, and trainers, and a hoodie.
No, you can
I love
wear your panties. That's fine.
JC just right now in the chat, and they're thinking he gave him sass. Okay, you don't have to explain it to him, JC.
Right.
That's good. Okay.
It's okay. Then did you want to ready up to date or?
Oh, sorry. Apologize.
She talks about how dangerous it is for like transgender women, which is why I told you to look her up before. But she was just explaining how a lot of guys will lie and say that they didn't know that a girl was transgender, and then either harm them, kill them, or lie to their girlfriend or whoever, and say that they didn't know. So it's just topics like that, basically. Just
Oh my god.
Basically just standing up for your people.
Yeah. I mean, I've had men get kind of quite aggressive with me before on like dating sites and stuff. Where
Aggressive.
I mean, I go in, yeah, like I go in pretty quickly with the fact I'm trans. Like I feel like that's just fair to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I was post-op, then it'll be different. Because I'm pre-op, I feel like I need to say, like, look, bear in mind I've got extra bits that might
But does
surprise
your
you.
profile say transgender?
It does, yeah. I'll say trans on my profile, but again, that is because I'm pre-op. If I was post-op, I don't think I would. It would come up. I would tell them. It's not like I would keep it a secret, but I wouldn't lead with it. But because I'm pre-op right now, I tend to lead with it. Like, but just because I don't want a guy to chat with me for ages, develop a connection or whatever, and then for me to yeah, I've got this, and they're not attracted to that, which is fine. I don't see that as an issue. Like, if they're not attracted to certain bits, then they're not attracted to certain bits.
That's
and that's
true.
fine.
Which is why I was saying that I sometimes get mad that okay, that made me nervous. I get mad sometimes that I'm not attracted to certain bits because look at me saying bits like I'm British. So I don't like vagina. Okay? At all. I think it's disgusting. So JC, you're talking shit. Oh, that's not you. I was just saying that for that reason, I can't be with a trans man. And sometimes it irritates me because I've seen a bunch of trans men that look good as hell, but then I'm like, that's just not gonna work for me at all.
Yeah.
So I
think there's nothing wrong with that. And there is kind of a view amongst the trans community, not one that I agree with, but it's very much like, it shouldn't matter what bits I have because I'm a woman and you're attracted to women kind of thing. But I don't really agree with that. I think, some people will find penises very off-putting, for instance, that, and it's the same with vaginas. If you don't find them attractive, they are kind of gross.
Kind of. Let me stop. This is not bashing. I'm not trying to bash women, but vaginas are not for me.
But that's fine though. It's not. It's the same way someone might say they're. I don't know. They're into girls that game. That's something that a lot of men look for, and it's is that Yeah, that was good. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's just a thing people look for.
Yeah.
So I get it. I don't think it's an issue at all. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, though, I have had people matching me on certain sites and stuff, and then I've gone to them just before we go any further, just be aware that I am trans and stuff, whatever, and they get quite aggressive, and they often switch quite quickly, and they'll just start saying, "Oh, you're a man," all this kind of stuff, and getting quite aggressive with it all, and it
but
just
see, I equate that to insecurity because, like I was telling you, well, I don't think I said this, but I feel like for a man to approach you and then when you tell them that you're transgender and they get mad, it's almost like they're mad at themselves for finding you attractive.
Yeah, and I get that.
It has to be that.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God, I found this she attractive. What am I now? Oh my God.
Exactly. Yeah.
People are gonna judge me. Yeah. What else would it be? Why else are you mad? Because you found this person attractive, but you found out that they were born a man. Now you're insecure about your sexuality.
Sorry, JC.
Are we done? We're done! I thought you were back. Oops.
I just completely rammed JC away from the boost he was going for and took it myself. Not gonna lie.
You need to be ramming Mike, not JC.
Huh?
You need to be ramming Mike and not JC. Mike is into
Stop.
Not JC. Not JC.
Wow.
If JC was into that, I would have already done it by now.
Yeah, you did already. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Okay, guys, we got it on tape. It's fine. We have evidence.
Okay. So basically, everyone agrees that tomboys and femboys are not the same. Or they don't get the same type of... Okay. So, we've already cleared...
I do, yeah.
Huh?
I do think, I think tomboys getting a lot easier, but again, I don't think that's to the fault of women. Really, I think that's more of an issue with our society and the way men are perceived.
It is.
So yeah.
So this is the big topic here. Since Danny,
You're getting
you know,
murdered here.
you're part of the LGBTQIA plus
Just making up letters at this point.
question mark. I'm trying to make sure I covered it.
QIA.
Isn't that it?
LGBTQ plus. Unless they have added letters since. I haven't caught up.
No, I don't think
It's
you caught up. I've heard QIA. I don't know what
Really?
I stands for. I don't know if it's
What's
intersex or something.
I guess it could be intersex. And then what's the A for then? Asexual?
It's either
Isn't that
asexual
kind
or
of what the plus is
ally.
for, though?
It's some. Yeah, I don't know. I could have sworn it's. I saw somewhere it's
Might be out
QIA
there.
on the end. I don't know.
I might be out of date. But anyway, there is an IA.
Even
Okay,
JC
so it's
knows.
LGBTQIA plus now, is it?
Yeah, that's the full, and the plus takes care of everything else.
Oh, JC's left. Okay.
So,
Okay.
you're a member of that group.
I am. Apparently, I
not.
don't know the name of it, but I am.
I'm not. That's disgusting. But what is?
Wait, you're not. You say you're not in the group.
No, that's gross. Why would I be a part of that?
Okay.
Being gay, that's disgusting. Like, anyway, I'm only having you here to, for, being inclusive and, all that shit. I don't want people to say I discriminate. So
Right. So the big macho men can get a different perspective. I understand. Yeah.
exactly. I'm just trying to understand your group. Gay shit is fucking disgusting. Okay. So what is the gay agenda?
I'm not to make everyone gay. I think. I'm not. I think that's why we keep planting radio towers, because that's what makes people gay, isn't it? I think that's why we keep doing that.
That's what the 5G towers are about?
Yeah, and the vaccine as well.
Oh.
That's why we
So-
created the vaccine for
I almost scored.
gay people. Oh my lord.
I don't know what the gay agenda is, but everyone talks about it. So, funny story. When I was working for a Chipotle, which is the worst fucking job ever, it was like corporate, so like answering customer complaints and shit. So,
Okay.
someone messaged in saying something to the effect of, I'll post the picture up, but something to the effect of, I don't know why Chipotle feels the need to advertise via email the gay agenda. And it was a picture of a bunch of drag queens and transgender women, like having their own, I guess, like theme bowl or something
Mhm.
at Chipotle. So she was just mad because Chipotle was doing that, and it was during Pride Month. So of course, that's what's going on. That's what's being celebrated. So she was pissed and said, "I want to be left alone by this company. Here's a fun fact, or not fun fact, something she said. Either way, something about basically stop advertising that shit, fuck the gay agenda, and just sell burritos." That's
Okay.
So that's what I'm asking. What is the gay agenda?
I think people are so
I dismissed her
Use-
case, by the way, but go ahead.
people are so used to having like
Oops.
heterosexuality just broadcasted as like the norm that people get really uncomfortable when anything homosexual is posted, right? And there's this weird, I mentioned it earlier, there's this weird like underlying thing in society that homosexuality is not something that kids should know about, it's not something that should be talked about, it's not normal, right? That's kind of, I feel like that's kind of what the underlying thought is in society about it all. I
But
don't know if you agree with me on that one.
weren't your parents straight?
Oh yeah,
So wait, your
yeah,
parents,
both of them were very straight.
your parents weren't gay?
Yeah, I caught it in the blood, unfortunately.
Wait,
It
so
was like,
you're telling me
HIV.
two straight people had a trans child?
Right? It's mad.
That's
Absolute
that's
madness.
crazy. What? So how
Yeah,
could there
it's because I
be
live near a radio tower though. That's why. The
Oh,
gay wave got me when I was young. Yeah.
it was those vaccines as a child? The other vaccines?
Yeah, it was the MMR vaccine I got. They said it would make me autistic, but made me gay instead.
Mm.
So I think JT's inactive, by the way.
Rip. He's probably trying to type. Of course. There must have been a
He's worried
vaccine
about.
in Danny's
Oh, there you
life
go.
that changed her from the norm. Yeah, so
There you go. Exactly.
so it
Exactly.
sounds like it's almost as if there's a straight agenda. Because last I checked, it was only straight people forcing something on other people.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I just...
It's like, it's this thing though, isn't it? Like, gay people, and it's the same with race as well. Like, black people have been underrepresented for fucking forever, and now that they're finally getting represented, almost, I would say equally. I don't think it's there yet.
No, not even close.
But now that's finally, happening. People are coming up and going, "Oh, why is this all just about, gay rights or racism? Like, it's all we hear about nowadays. We've heard enough about it. Just get on with it." And it's just like this kind of people feel like they're having it thrown in their face a little bit, like almost forced it.
Okay, here we go.
Right. You fuck.
Exactly. So,
and people feel like they're having it forced down their throat a little bit, and it's not the case. It's just that some people are just so fucking stuck in their ways with it that, the norm is the norm and nothing else should exist. Oh, you both left the party. Love that for me.
Is it a server thing? No. Or is my internet just that bad? Wait, can you hear me?
Okay, so it's just Jake.
Wait, I don't... Hello?
Hello. And what was that you said about...
I love that.
I missed that. What was that you said about gay pride?
Who, me?
Jake, we're here. You not hear us? No, JC.
Oh.
He said something in the chat about gay pride, and I missed it.
He said it was taken by businesses.
Oh, I was going to say this earlier when you were talking about that Chipotle thing. 100%. These businesses just put a fucking
rainbow
LGBTQ flag, as their social media pic. Put up a pic of them serving some gay people or something, and go, "We're here for you," and then just switch it off for the other 11 months of the year.
By June 30th.
Don't tell me that's not true.
By June 30th, 11:59, their shit is back to normal. Yeah.
Like,
score another one. Hell, I'm kidding.
Oh, that was a good save.
It amazes me how you're here gay agenda, but the only people pushing down shit is straight people. They are the only ones.
You hear the transgender as well.
Transgender. You hear. So okay, so I brought this up because I really wanted to talk about. Wait, what does it say? They use old products. Oh.
I didn't know that, to be fair, but that's quite interesting. But I said, by the way, I said trans agenda, not transgender, just in case it sounds like you said transgender.
Oh,
but trans agenda.
Yeah.
The trans agenda, by the way, is brilliant. Apparently,
what is it?
We want to infiltrate women's sports, and make it so that men also take over women's sports as well. We want to, take over all women's categories in every single event as men.
Oh, so y'all are y'all are just dressing as women to take over.
We're just disguising ourselves. We're just disguising ourselves as women to, to subvert women, basically.
Oh, wow.
Clever, right? Really, I don't know how their plan got leaked out, but apparently someone told somebody. I don't know.
From the trans headquarters.
Exactly.
So okay, so the reason I said that about the whole straight people pushing shit down really gay people's throats, or I guess everyone's throat, is a rapper by the name of Little Boosie. I know none of you have heard of him, but
no.
he was, I guess he was big before he went to prison, maybe hell 20 years ago. And
Okay.
um, so apparently, in order to ensure that his son was not gay, he got a grown woman to suck his penis. And I think
Oh,
the
what?
boy is maybe like 13, or he could be younger. If I think I got that right. Regardless, he got his son molested to hope that he's not gay.
Okay.
But we're talking about gay agenda.
Yeah.
Wait, I just realized I'm on the
Yeah.
opposite team of you all. What the fuck is that?
Wait, what? Oh, because you left the party last turn. That's why. I don't know why you're. Well, let's make it interesting.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that? What is
On the gay agenda.
no on that rapper pimping out his son to make sure he's not gay?
Oh yeah, I think that's kind of fucked.
Kind of.
Because what if the kid was gay, and then is that rape? Like,
I mean, it's rape regardless.
well, I feel like the line's a bit thin.
It's rape regardless because he's so underage. But
Yeah.
yes, him doing that at a young age. Oh, okay. So him being forced to let a woman do that to him would not change what he likes. Period. Not even a little. Because when he grows up and he doesn't have to answer to anyone, and he's wanting to put those thoughts to work, he's gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just like if your mom forced a woman on you at, let's just say, 10, would that have stopped you from being a transgender woman?
No.
No.
But as I said, people are so. It's what JC just said in the chat about
What did he say?
if I had boosted record the time.
It would cause a
He
lot
said,
of trauma.
He said every agenda is to make everyone the same.
Mhm.
And again, it is. People panic when something's different from them. Like,
Mhm.
just because they don't know how it's out of their comfort zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and people get desperate and panic, and yeah, I think it all comes down. It does all come down to the like the education system. I think it needs to be introduced a lot earlier, and I think they are doing a better job at it. But it's still very much straight is the norm, and we'll have one special lesson on homosexuality. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not on a level playing field yet. But again, it's because it also is as well. Like both of, I mean, USA and England, I would say, both are inherently Christian.
Mhm.
I would say. I mean, it's obviously religion is kind of not dying out, but it's not as strong as it used to be. But oh my
Right.
god, rip. But secularization. That's the word when religion becomes less important in society. But anyway, and I feel like obviously it's a Christian idea, isn't it? That being gay isn't normal and isn't right. And so obviously, unfortunately, even though, yeah, what JC said, yeah, home first, try and make everyone the same.
Correct.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. LGBTQ is all about freedom of choice, isn't it?
Um. Oops. Sorry, I was texting. That was good, Danny. No.
Was it? I don't know if it was.
No,
Like
I just want honest
saying a lot of crap.
opinions.
Oh!
That was great, Danny. This is why I didn't want to. I wanted these questions to be like, I don't want to give anyone a chance to think about it. I want it to just be off the dome.
Can I just say, by the way, JC's saying all this stuff in chat, and I feel like the other side must be so confused right now. Like, what the fuck is this guy spouting on?
Right.
Like, why is he saying all this stuff in a Rocket League game? Yeah. Like, who started this conversation with him?
It's the fact, for me. Well, I guess this should just bring on our next topic. Why? Hell, I mean, is that even a? I don't even know if that's necessary for a topic because I feel like this could be tied into everything else. But a woman can sleep with another woman, and that be nothing. Like it's almost a fetish. You know what I mean? But if two men did that, they would be damned to hell. And there's plenty of stories about that.
And again, though, I think it all just comes back to, you know, like
Do you think it's because of anal? Because, you know, straight people don't do anal, so you think that's why?
I think anal is one of the reasons that people see being gay as dirtier. If you know what I mean, like they see it as less innocent and more sexualized and kind of rough and primal, and it's because of anal, I think. And I think, and also I think, because men are classically seen as dominant. When you've got two men together, people see that as almost something like sacrilegious because it's these two dominant forces that are supposed to be all manly, and it means that one of them has to be submissive.
Please.
Do you know what I mean? But that's how people see it.
Relax. I'm getting aroused.
But yeah, who's the man? Exactly. JC said that. Who's the man is asked a lot.
Oh yeah, that's always asked. Who's the man and who's
Well,
the
they're saying
woman?
I think lesbians get that as well.
They
yeah,
do.
But it's that idea. And it's just like, yeah. And I think when two women are together, because women are seen as the submissive species, that's kind of seen as something more. That's seen as more playful, more innocent.
Right. But honestly, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like when it's two women, most times you can tell which one is the dominant one.
I suppose traditionally, I mean, I think there are lesbian relationships where, you know, you wouldn't necessarily know, I guess, but I guess that there is a certain type of.
I feel like it's rare to have two feminine lesbians together dating. Like, I feel like if you look at lesbians, you can most times see, because one is like normally like wearing men's clothes or like is walking a certain way, doing a certain thing. Like I feel like you can tell easily.
But see, I don't think they're actually any rarer. I think it's just that it's easier to spot. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
a relationship. I think.
That's a good point, though. Maybe we
what
just
do they
fucking notice the two feminine girls.
I mean, I'm going off Orange is the New Black here, so I might be completely wrong and offending lots of people, but I'm pretty sure they do actually use the term dyke themselves. I think they've adopted that term now, haven't they, for a woman that is more manly.
I know that. I think that's still offensive.
I know in Orange is the New Black, she uses that term on herself. Like, she calls herself that.
Well, I feel like that's the equivalent of like a black person calling themselves.
Oh, there you go. Pornhub uses that term.
Wait,
I don't know. I feel like
hold on,
that's...
Dani. Hold on, JC. How do you know that? JC, what are you searching in Pornhub for you to know that? Because I didn't know that. The two people in the community didn't know that.
I'm a 19-year-old male.
Okay. So in other words, I got it. But yeah, I feel like that's the equivalent of a black person calling themselves the N-word. I think it's still offensive.
I guess they've adopted it. They've adopted themselves, haven't they?
I know the proper name is
like
stud. That's the proper
Oh, stud. I've heard stud as well. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
A stud, a femme.
But yeah, no, I feel like they're not actually any less common. It's just that they're more visible. I think that's the only.
That's a good point. I didn't
I
think
think
about that.
it's often quite surprising how many lesbian relationships there are. Started using animal breeding as well. Thanks, JC.
Okay. It is. Relax. What? What?
But I think even then, though, isn't it? They get asked the question like, "Who's the man?" It's still.
Maybe that's just
It's
homosexual
this.
groups in general.
Yeah, I think
Who's
it's
the
just
man?
like. Again, it's that inherent thing in society about there has to be like a dominant and a submissive in a relationship. Like that just seems to be
Honestly, though,
what
I
people
feel like it
expect.
has
And
to.
I guess you'll always have one person that will lean more one way than the other. But I feel like a lot of modern relationships they switch quite a bit.
I don't know, Danny. I
You know
personally,
what I mean?
I know it doesn't have to be male and female, but I personally feel like the balance of dominant and submissive has to work. I think it's just like
I
yin and
suppose there
yang.
has to be. Yeah. I mean, I know people that. I do know people that are very like they take like they kind of they switch up quite a bit. They kind of take turns and stuff. But
Do you mean as far as positions?
in terms of in the bedroom, in terms of who's the dominant person, who's the
Well, yeah, but I still feel like even if there is switching, a person would have a preference.
I guess that there will always be one. I suppose that I don't know. I don't know enough on that one really.
And for me,
But
this might be kind of personal, but it depends on the person for me.
in terms of whether you're the more submissive one, or in terms,
Yeah.
is that what you mean? Or
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
Like I'm not gonna fight like the whole stereotypical macho type shit. I'm not gonna fight for dominance at all. Like it really depends on the purpose. The purpose, okay. Person for me.
yeah.
It's all about energy.
I'll help.
Oh,
help,
we're done.
help.
No. I tried to backflip. Rip. Shut up, JC. Hell. Now we all know JC is the submissive one. Clearly. The way Emily was whooping his ass, please. Damn, now he wants to get all aggressive with me.
Wait, who's Emily?
Some bitch JC had the nerve to bring to my face. JC try to talk?
It's yours. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, some girl, I don't know, random girl. JC thought was hot, some redhead girl. She wanted me and he was mad. She wanted the gay black American over him. He was offended. Oh, now he's mad. He's not gonna say shit. He's mad that if I asked her for nudes, I would get it before he did.
Why isn't he talking right now?
He doesn't have his mic.
I will say Rocket League probably wasn't the best game to pick whilst having a serious conversation. Oh my god.
Maybe we should do something on tabletop next.
I was gonna, yeah, or like Civ or something would be better.
I can see Civ. You like Civ?
Yeah, I'm down for Civ.
I thought you
I've
didn't
got the whole
like
expansion
Civ.
packs and everything now. No, I don't mind Civ. I quite like Civ.
Oh. JC, you don't have tabletop?
Oh, it's cheap. We can get him
It is
tabletop.
cheap.
Look at that double hit.
Yeah, tabletop is basically one game with thousands of board games.
We can play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Who?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Never played that in my life. Can't even pronounce it. How y'all fuck that up? Oh,
Nice one, JC. I mean, I'd like to think that I laid that off for you, but you know,
you.
I was,
Yeah, you like to think. That says Duke's name. So we talked about the gay agenda. We talked about women wearing men's clothes, but men can't do the same. Well, not the same, but you know what I mean. Hell. We talked about tomboys and femboys. Um, is there anything else we'd like to add, or?
on that particular topic.
I mean,
Oh,
it could be anything serious, anything that you want to get off your mind. It's like to rant about anything. Particularly for today, just LGBT.
I've got an interesting discussion point,
Let's hear
actually.
it.
So, obviously, trans people in the Olympics has been a bit of a contentious thing. You had the trans weightlifter, trans woman weightlifter competing for New Zealand, didn't you, in this Olympics? Laurel Hubbard, I think her name was.
I don't watch the Olympics,
And
but,
she didn't actually,
okay.
but she didn't actually do very well in the end. She, I think she failed. I think she didn't actually register like a successful lift.
Okay.
She didn't, and there was obviously a lot of people talking about how genetically she's a man and all this kind of stuff, and she shouldn't be allowed to compete against women, and she's defiling women's sports and all this kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And so now the IOC have come up with a statement basically saying that science has moved past the point of male and female categories, and that basically, I think the quote was, he says something like, for the sake of, we need to pick a balance between fairness and inclusivity, or something like that. And so now they're talking. Yeah, JC, there's also an episode in Futurama where Bender pretends to be a woman to compete in the Olympics to win gold or something. But
I love Futurama.
okay, fuck yeah, he remembers that one. And now, but anyway, now the IOC are hinting about maybe removing genders altogether in the Olympics, and
How would that
instead
work?
instead doing it based on like weight classes and things like that. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that, or whether. Oh wow, damn, that was like the nicest shot I've ever done. Saved. But yeah, I don't know what you think about that. What you think on trans women, I suppose, in particular, competing in women's sports, and what, if it's okay, and if it's not, what the solution would be.
Well, are there women that have as big as muscles as men?
You mean, are you talking about genetic, like cis women here? Are you talking about trans women?
No, like cis.
I mean, in the weightlifting class that this trans woman was in, they were all fucking massive. Like, they're all built like shit brick houses, brick shit houses.
So like
all of
actual
them, all of
like
them are massive.
Bodybuilders. Because I don't think
Yeah,
I've
they
ever
were
seen
like
women that huge.
less bodybuilders and more like strong men. You know, like strong men are kind of, they don't look toned, they're just big. But that was kind of the best way to describe them. Like, they were all pretty big.
Wait, ew. So they're like, what do we?
Oh my god, I missed that.
What do we talk? Like, I'm confused. Not muscular, but like just big.
Yeah, like like a bouncer. A bouncer for a club
Okay.
would be like quite round and big, and they'll be strong. Or sumo wrestlers,
Oh my god.
they're really strong. They're really strong, and they're really muscly, but they've also got a lot of weight to them because that's part of the sport. It's kind of like
Okay.
weightlifters. Like, they're not toned because that's not what they need, but they're just like fucking huge. Like, their arms are like my thighs. Like, they're massive.
Okay, well, I guess I could see
Oh.
that being better by like weight class. Um, I think I don't know. Like, hell, what's the question?
I guess like one should trans people. That's fine. I am. Yeah. I am a DJC. Yeah. It's just a matter of waiting on the NHS because it's like
JC
3 year
wants to
waiting list.
hit.
But I'm like a year and a half in now, so
Let him get some.
hopefully not
Let him be the
too
first to
much
try it
longer.
out. Do you see? See? Let him be the first to use it. Oh my god. Let him be the
Didn't
first to
hold back
test
at
it
all,
out.
did he? But yeah, like, I mean, please, what was I saying?
Danny's blushing.
What was I saying?
19-year-old wants to cream her cheeks. Alright, let me stop. Now I gotta blur it out. Okay.
Oh god, what was I saying?
So JC is a part of the
Something about-
community.
Oh,
He would have to be, right? Isn't like trans attracted a part of the community? Or no? Is that just
I don't know.
attraction? Is that a part of the plus?
I guess he's a trans ally. I guess, right? Is that part of the? I guess that's part of the community, I suppose.
I don't think that's ally. I thought trans attracted was a term. When you're like
There is a term like trans chaser, which
maybe-
isn't a good term. It means like men that just chase after trans women because they're trans and not really any other reason.
Oh.
Which I don't think probably JC is that.
But some men will go just based off of image and not care about genitals.
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess if JC would be interested after the change, I guess that wouldn't apply. I don't know. JC, would you go with a pre-op person? I mean, transgender?
It sounds like you would by now.
That's what it does seem like. So it seems like he'd be one of those people that would just care about like outside. Okay.
Oh no, you'd say no.
He said
Okay.
no. Okay.
Yeah, so
So he wouldn't care about a change. Fuck. He wouldn't care about a change.
I think he
Okay.
would care about a change because obviously that's what
I mean, yeah. That's
he likes
wait.
vaginas. That's fair.
Right. Okay. Okay. That's interesting.
I hope we've completely gone off the original topic. Is he left again?
We did.
I did.
And I was trying to remember what. So you asked.
Ah.
Wait, what did you ask? Something about the Olympics?
I was
JC threw me
asking.
off.
Yeah, so I was asking. Yeah, he threw me off as well. I completely forgot. So one, do you think trans women should be allowed to compete in female categories? And two, if not, what is the solution there? I guess.
Maybe we should just have a trans Olympics or something.
See, people have said that, but the problem is there's not enough trans people. I mean, there's literally so little. I mean, in this Olympics, there was one trans woman competing in the entire Olympics. So they would literally just turn up and win a medal, like, instantly. Just turn up and get the gold. What's he saying? Is he chatting?
I don't think so. Wait.
I think there shouldn't be gendered. That. So JC, so you're saying just do it on weight classes and that kind of thing. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what the Olympic Committee are, I think, are kind of going towards. I kind of get, but 'cause obviously there's been so much hate, on trans women competing in women's sports and stuff, and claiming that they've got an unfair advantage, and they're killing women's sports and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know if that's necessarily going to go away. So
People just want to complain about
I
everything.
don't know. People what?
They just want to complain about everything.
They do. You know what the funny? I think I mentioned this to you before, but the thing I find the funniest
What?
is it there are people on social media just waiting to shit on trans people, and I'm sure it happens with all like demographics.
Oops.
But it's one I've seen. Like I was reading an article the other day about a gay. It was a woman in the Olympic, a shot put thrower, I think, that came out as gay, openly gay. And I see a bunch of comments going, "Oh, he shouldn't be allowed to compete as in the women's category. He's a man and all this kind of stuff." I was like, no, he's just openly out. She's just openly out as gay.
I don't
Like,
know
she's
why I
not
always
trans.
laugh
I don't
when
know.
I hear that.
Yeah. Again, I saw another one. It was a trans man that was now identifying as non-binary. But
Can you explain that?
they were obviously born.
Since we're here. Oh, you don't know either?
I'm honestly, I'm not. I wouldn't really feel qualified enough myself to explain that one, because I don't. Obviously not. Are you saying explain non-binary, or are you saying explain the fact they're trans and non-binary?
Hell, both.
So non-binary is that you basically don't feel like you fit into any gender. So you're kind of you go by they them pronouns usually, and
True.
it just means you don't really
In between.
You're kind of in between. Like, you don't fit into any of the conformities. Like, you might be a real like stereotype. You might want to like paint your nails and wear a dress, but you might want hairy legs as well, or something like that. That's a really crude way of putting it, but it's that kind of, you don't
hairy legs.
Any of the like gender, any of the gender stereotypes basically you don't really believe in, and you don't really believe in any of it, and so you just see yourself as a kind of neither or both, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense. I wouldn't feel comfortable saying entirely what a trans non-binary is. So obviously that means, I would assume that means they were a woman, they've transitioned to a man, and since then they've decided they're non-binary. I imagine that thought. But anyway, so there was a woman footballer. Fucked up there. Not a woman footballer. A non-binary footballer competing in the women's team. But they were also trans man, or at least they have been. And all these people are going, "Oh, he shouldn't be allowed to." It's the same thing. He shouldn't be allowed to compete against women. He's got an unfair advantage. And this person was like 5'2" and quite tiny, and had been born a woman. And it was like, you're just there to like attack people.
That's what it sounds
you're not
like.
even reading the article,
right?
But I'm sure you get that with everything. But it's just like, it's just so funny. I find it hilarious. I don't know my point, but
I could go on and on.
No, yeah, it's just. But yeah, so JC said he thinks it's like a no gender categories. Is that what you're thinking as well, or you?
I feel like if it's going to exclude people that could win us medals and shit, I feel like we should stop gender and just have it to where it's based on body types, etc.
Yeah, I'm not entirely clear on whether like it would include like if it's like performance levels or stuff like that as well that would be involved, or I don't know what. But yeah,
I mean, as long as it's not something like wrestling or some shit, and people like you just physically can't compete with each other, I don't see why swimming and all that type of stuff can't just be, both.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what they're saying. They're going to base it on like it's going to be based on each sport. Like, it's going to be different per sport. It needs to be on a case by case basis kind of thing. But because obviously, I understand. I do partly understand the argument with the trans weightlifter, because obviously the argument is if they were born male and they've still got masculine muscles and that kind of thing, like they have an unfair advantage. But
yeah,
I know there has been a study that shows that, I think it's after being on hormones. I think it's after only something as little as 4 years, your like stamina performance drops to average women's levels, and then I think it's after 7 years, I think. Oh my god, your strength will drop as well to that of women's levels. So in theory, that person didn't have an advantage, but
yeah,
it's there's not enough on it really. But I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting topic that seems to be quite a controversial one right now.
So this makes me want to ask more questions towards you, since we're on the topic of LGBT. So Dan,
Yeah.
Dan,
Why do you keep calling me Dan? What's going on?
that's just your nickname.
Oh, JC put a topic in the
Okay, JC, what topic? What
in the Discord as well.
did he? Where?
Well, I don't want to say it in case you don't want to do it, but I think it's a good one.
I mean, that still goes on the topic of what we were talking about earlier, so we can. Mental health awareness for men.
Exactly.
I mean, that goes back to what I was saying before with if men show that type of emotion or express that type of need, it's almost like they're called a bitch. Like, get over it. From what I understand.
And that's kind of one thing actually that I guess I feel like I have quite a unique perspective on that as a trans woman. So I've kind of been on both sides in a way in terms of that kind of perception, I guess. But that is definitely something that I've noticed since coming out as trans, is that people are much more open to me about just feelings and that kind of thing. And that, like, I personally find it easier to talk about how I'm doing as well, because I feel like there's less judgment there.
Mm-hmm.
But so I want to know what you're going to ask me now. What are you going to ask me?
No.
You're like,
I was just gonna ask.
okay.
I was just gonna ask. What? Okay, how am I gonna say this? Okay. So, what is the day in the life of a trans woman? Why? How would you explain to someone that I did not choose this? Because basically, it's not easy. So, how would you explain that to someone? Like, what do you have to go through just to be where you are today?
In terms of what is it?
Discrimination, or maybe hormones, or having to do certain things that you don't normally have to do. Like, what does it take?
Okay, so I'm not just. I thought you meant. So you don't want me to describe the idea of being born that way. You just talk about my daily challenges and stuff.
Yeah, I just want to know. I guess this is for me too. Like, what would you? So if I asked you, why did you choose to be trans? What would be some things that you would say to basically say that I didn't choose this? Why would I choose this if I have to, take hormones, or, like, it's not a choice basically. So what is that?
I did this analogy to Mum earlier, but I was saying, it's like in your case, like, you wake up one morning and you've always been a man, you've always been you, but you wake up one morning and you're a woman. You're a full biological woman one morning, and you know that you were a man, and you tell everyone that you were a man, but they tell you you've always been a woman. And then you get to, they say, oh, maybe you're mentally ill because you believe you were a man, and you're going, no, like, I was a man. I know I look like a woman, but I was literally a man yesterday, and no one believes you. That's kind of what it feels like. I don't know if that... It is very much... I always say it's not a choice, because no sane person would, like, choose the struggles of being trans for themselves, which I'm sure you can relate in a way with being gay as well. Like, there's a lot of prejudice out there.
And black.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But, like, there's a lot of prejudice out there, and, like, I went from being, like, a white middle class white man to being, like, one of the smallest, like, demographics there is, and, like, it's not easy in terms of how people... I mean, dating, my god, dating's difficult, and, like, how people perceive you online is really difficult. I mean, but yeah, I don't know if does that analogy kind of make sense at all. It's like
I was trying to break it
what
down and understand. So you're saying that you basically have always felt like a woman, but people were telling you that
so
you
like
were a man.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good way of putting it. Like, I don't feel comfortable with. Do you get any? Daniel, you get any thirst? Yeah, I do, JC. Actually, on Rocket League,
I've witnessed
I did
this.
the most. Yeah, but oh, dang.
She has kids in her throat.
What was I saying?
Ooh, this
JC keeps
lag.
throwing me off tonight.
Right.
Oh, I'm dying. But yeah, it's like not feeling comfortable with your parts everything is different for every trans person. Like, some people don't feel like they need to have operations and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Some people, it's identifying is enough, just identifying.
Mhm.
And like, but for me, it's very much like it. Like, I look down and I feel like that shouldn't be there, and like it doesn't really belong there. I wish it wasn't there. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and like, obviously, I'm on hormones now, and I've grown like breasts now,
Mhm.
and like, I just look like that feels right. Like, that feels like they should be there, and it just feels normal to me. And like, before, it felt like they were missing, kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's really hard to kind of put into words, honestly. But like, yeah, it's just that sense of it just sounds, it's the way everyone says, but it is genuinely that sense of just being in the wrong body,
Mhm.
and you kind of want, you just want to make the exterior match the interior, kind of thing.
Mhm.
But as I said, that isn't necessarily the case for all. Ooh. That isn't necessarily the case for all
The
trans women. Like,
lag.
some don't feel the need for that physical transition and stuff, but for me, I do.
I feel like with a lot of trans women, as long as they have, is that going in? As long as they have boobs, it's almost like it's enough.
So, it's majority of trans women that I know want to go the full way,
Oh, they do.
and there are reasons why you wouldn't.
What are the reasons?
I mean, for instance, like post surgery, for instance, like a vagina will never. There's two different methods you can have for having a, I forgot what the proper term is, but having a vagina, artificial vagina like made.
Mhm.
And one of them is cheaper and is the easier thing to get done, but it's not. It will never really be like a proper vagina. Like, you have to kind of like. Oh, it sounds gross, but like, hydrate it yourself and stuff, and you have yeah, like, it's not. But anyway, and the other method is like a proper vagina. Like, it does everything a vagina should,
How does what?
and it looks after itself. One's called penile inversion. I know that, and that's the idea where you literally turn the penis inside out.
Okay, I've heard of that. I think that's the most popular. I've heard of that one.
Yeah, and I think that's the one where it won't necessarily always be
It's more like
like,
a cut. It's not gonna lubricate, is what you're saying.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't really, and you have to kind of constantly. I forgot there's an official word for it, but you basically have to like maintain it yourself, make sure it doesn't close up and stuff, and like it's
Oh my
not
God.
ideal. But the other method is like, sorry, the other method. I think they take like an interior lining of something, and they use that, and it basically operates exactly as a vagina should. But anyway, yeah, the point I was making anyway is that a lot of trans women simply choose not to have the bottom surgery because of the implications of surgery and the risks of it and stuff, and like, because it's not ideal, the outcome. But yeah, as I said, some people just don't mind. Some people just don't mind having a penis, and it's more about presenting as female. And yeah,
I've heard some people.
oh wow,
I've heard some trans women say that they aren't female, but they are a woman because a
yeah, that's
woman
kind of what I say.
is. Yeah.
that's kind of what I say. Like, I know that my sex will never be like female. My sex is naturally male. Like, I can fool myself as much as I want. That is the case. Like, I am XY chromosome. Like, yeah. But I would consider my gender to be a woman or female. So I guess I don't quite say that. I would consider a woman and female, but it's more to do with the sex and gender for me. But yeah. But I'm also like, I don't tend to hide the fact that I'm trans. Like, I'm quite open about it. Just yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if that explains it at all, but it's the same way like you knew you were gay. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the same kind of thing, I guess. Like you knew.
Do you know what's weird though? I've never said this, but for me, I never. Okay, so growing up, I knew that I found boys. Like I knew I liked boys. Okay. But I didn't know that was the name for it. I didn't know it was called gay. Like I didn't know that it was called gay until like later in life. And then of course that's when you start learning that you're not supposed to do that, you know? So it's like
I get that 100%. Yeah.
So it's like, well damn, what am I gonna do now? Because
I get that 100%.
That's what I like. Right, so then you try to, hide it and try to force yourself to like girls and, be interested in women. Oops.
You might miss that.
So that what I just said is what breaks apart families.
Yeah, and that was. I went through the exact same struggle. I grew up knowing that I wasn't quite male and that it felt, I wanted to be a woman. That's what it felt like. But for a long time, I put it down to just some weird fetish I had, maybe. Like that I was just one of those guys that cross-dresses on the weekends kind of thing. I put it down to that. And it wasn't really until I met other trans people that I realised that it wasn't just some sort of weird fantasy, and it was actually something that one was normal and two could actually be possible as well.
When did you meet another trans person? Because when I had my first experience, I was in kindergarten.
Oh, so it was really early for you? No, so it was later for me.
It was early.
I said I'd always known that I wanted to be a woman since. I mean, I've got memories from like, not to be too graphic, but I have memories of like me trying to like remove bits from as young as when I was like 10.
You didn't try to cut it, did you?
Not to be no.
Oh.
But like, I don't know how much it's allowed on YouTube.
I might have to just blur it.
Yeah, I would do that, JC. I would tuck it. 100% I would tuck it, but also like I had instances where I closed the shower door on it a few times and that kind of thing.
Oh my god.
To like, I don't know really what, I just didn't want it there. Like I just didn't want it there, and so that was. But it took me a long time. I think I was like 20 before I actually met a trans person and really kind of understood that one, it wasn't just some dirty fetish that I had to hide, and two, that like it could actually be possible, and I could actually transition, and it could actually be a real, possibility for me. But then I came out to my family around that age, and it didn't go down well. So I kind of.
You told them?
Hit it again. I did come out. Yeah, I came out to my mum at that point, and it just didn't get received very well. So I kind of put it under wraps again and tried to forget about it, and then it came out again.
But see, why should we have to go through that?
24.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, I know. No, we shouldn't. But
no, because
my mum explained it in a good way. For her, she hates the fact that I hate my own body. Like, she hates the fact that I don't like, my traditionally male body kind of thing, which I understand. But she's like, I went through that my entire life, like hating my own body and stuff. And it really saddens me that you're going through the same thing, kind of thing. And she also said like, it literally feels like you're named after my brother. She said like I lost when I was quite young, kind of thing. And so it kind of feels like I'm losing. That's happening all over again. Like it feels like I'm losing my son, which I understand. I do get that. So I don't know. It's like one of those things. Like it sucks that it has to happen that way, but I do kind of understand why it does.
I get it, but you're still the same person. That's what I was explaining to my parents. Like, yeah. But see, let's say you didn't come back out. Let's say you did everything that your family wanted you to do. You know, stay quote unquote straight, marry a woman, have kids, but deep down you're unhappy as hell, and you are doing the things that you said you were doing, dressing up on the weekends, and let's just say that you were actually sleeping with men as well on the weekends and hiding it from your family. Because I came into a situation where I noticed one of the dads that I went to, not dads, but a friend from high school, I noticed that their dad was on a dating app doing things, and he's married. So that's why I was saying stuff like that breaks up families, because we have to hide what we like to please family, and it's really just destroying the inside, like completely.
Yeah. And that was kind of, again, that was another thing that stopped me from kind of telling my parents about, well, parents, just my mum, what I was kind of feeling a lot earlier, was that I didn't want my kind of feelings to impact on them, kind of thing, which sounds silly really, but it's, you know. But with me, it got to a point where I just thought, like, look, like the earlier I transition, the easier my transition will be. That was one thing, like physically, but also mentally, and like,
you don't want to be like,
I don't want to
people.
And,
I
and like, I
names.
and I don't want to. I didn't want to, honestly. I didn't want to be one of these people, and no hate towards them, because it's really incredibly hard to do what they do.
Right.
But I didn't want to be someone that.
Okay, fuck it. Like Caitlyn, hell, just say it. 70 and transitioning.
I didn't want to be someone that when they turned like 40 and had 5 kids and a wife, to suddenly be like, no, I can't take this anymore. I have to.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Right.
You know what I mean? So like, it kind of got to the point where I just thought, I need to do this now or I won't. You know what I mean? So.
And you've got to be happy. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Why? Like, because at that point when you're having kids and you have a wife, that's just something that you just could have avoided, because now they're going to be feeling a way. You're going to crush them. Oh, that means divorce and all. Like, it's so much shit that you have to just deal with. Like, I told my parents, I don't see myself being with a woman, and I refuse to hide this and then marry a woman and then not even actually like her, and then it just, like, this is just not happening. Like, no one even deserves all that mess. So I completely understand what you're saying. Completely.
Yeah, it got to that point where like I can like upset my mum now, or I can upset my entire family down the line. You know what I mean? Like, it had to come out at some point. I couldn't live my whole life hiding it, and it was just a case I didn't want to wait anymore. So yeah, basically, yeah.
Lord,
it's tough though, because like, and it would have applied to your parents as well, I imagine. Like, they hear you say that and they're like, well, I don't really want what that means for you in many ways. Like, I don't, and you're going to receive prejudice and a lot of hate and that kind of thing. And I don't want you to go through that, you know? And by making this, they see it as a choice.
Right.
Like, you're opening yourself up to that.
We're choosing that lifestyle. That's what everyone says.
Yeah. But the way I kind of will say it is like, I haven't really chosen. If it was a choice, I would pick the easier route, but it's not. Like, I have to do this for my own
right.
sanity, my own like well-being.
And hell, why would I choose to be gay? Not even because of the outside. but like dating in the gay community is toxic as hell.
Hmm.
Why would I choose that?
Exactly, and like you're already black, like you've already got it hard
Hmm.
enough. Why would you then be gay as well? So that's just
Exactly.
that's doubling down. Like, do you hate yourself?
Because there's plenty of racist people in the gay community as well.
Hmm.
Why would I do that?
That because that's a bit of a stigma, isn't it? Like gay black men seems to be a bit of
What
a
about
stigma.
it?
Like you don't really like they're not they don't seem to be that common.
Gay black
And I think
men?
it's I feel like yeah, gay black men. I don't feel like
Maybe in the UK.
are they more kind of see here. I feel like it's harder for black men to come out as gay.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say because like
Oh.
there's this kind of maybe there's this almost like this stereotype or something of kind of black men being like more men and like
Hmm.
more manly and like I don't know, but
And that's a subcategory that I don't even know if I have the power to go into, because like JC was talking about mental health for men, it's even worse with black men because of what you just said. Like you have no idea. Like it's worse.
with like the
Much
stigma behind it.
worse.
You mean yeah?
Hmm. And that goes into a topic of the black man has to be like this strong, even more macho guy. Like so in the gay community, you hear about BBC, and when you think of interracial couple, you think of the black guy being the dominant one. That's normally how it
Yeah,
goes, right?
I probably yeah, I'd say so.
That's what people assume.
That's what
So
my yeah
it's just, if you see like a more feminine black guy and then a white guy dating or so, I noticed that the black community will say something about the longs of slavery, or they'll make comments about our people will never be free. Society is trying to feminize black men. So it's so many issues that are tied into it when you break it down into subcategories like black men, because it's more stuff you could talk about. It's just crazy.
yeah.
So would you be like your mother and date a black man?
I mean, I know she does love black men. I'll say that right now, but I don't think she's ever actually dated. Well, she had no, she dated one at my time.
Is there even a lot of black
Um,
men in the UK?
yeah.
Is it?
I wouldn't know like percentage of the population, but yeah, I mean, I mean, where I live, not so much. I think it very much depends on like where you live.
Hmm.
But like where I live is quite like a white dominated area.
Huh.
For whatever reason, I don't really know why, but it just is. But like, you go into London, and like London is a lot more interracial. Like London, you get a lot of black guys, a lot of there's a big like Middle Eastern community in London as well, and
Are they
I think it
cute
just depends
though?
on like where you are. The black guys, the Middle Easterns.
Middle Easterns are always fucking fine to me, but I'm talking about the black guys.
I'd say so. Yeah, I mean, it's like any, there's some good-looking ones and there's some not so good-looking ones. Like,
I'm just tired of of course I take this to porn, but I just feel like there are so many black porn stars, and then even like the British ones that I'll see, they're with all these people, but they're ugly as hell, and the only reason that people hook up with them is because they have a big dick.
yeah, so that doesn't matter to me personally.
Why are you
Like
lying,
the
Danny?
size, doesn't really. It doesn't.
We,
But I will say that I find black men very attractive. I just do. I don't really know why, but
I mean,
I just do. I find them more attractive than most white men, I'd say.
for me, it's Latinos.
But- Yeah, I can see that. I think Asian women are gorgeous. Like Asian women, I think are absolutely.
I remember
incredible.
you loving Asian women.
Yeah, I still do. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Like, yeah. Asian
Oh.
men as well, to be fair.
Listen, I was having this conversation with JC before. Any complexion or race that has like bronze, tan, or whatever skin, and then pink lips, it just does something for me. I don't know what, but I think pink lips are just sexy.
Pink areas. Have you seen 13 Reasons Why?
Yeah, I did say pink areas. No.
Oh, okay. There's an Asian guy in that. He's like a jock. But he's like 6'4". Like, oh my god, I've forgotten his name now. He's incredible. He's like dream person right there. Like most attractive man I've ever seen. It's his personality as well, to be fair. But
oops.
Yeah, he's.
And I don't know why people. Yeah, I'm gonna have to blur this, but I told JC it's something about like this is graphic, but I just
JC knows.
love. Oh, he's seen the guy.
He's seen the Asian guy. I've forgotten his name, but he is like, yeah. Let me Google it. I just find him. I said it is a lot of it's his personality for me as well. Because he's like a jock, but he's really intelligent, but he's like really sensitive as well.
Or either way.
I'll put a pic in the Discord.
Okay. Make sure it's in general.
I need to find a good one.
I was telling JC that I love pink assholes, and that if Danny, stop. I was just saying to him that if the lips are pink, so is the other area, and it just does something to me mentally. Like I'm turned on even more. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, the carpet matches the drapes.
Okay, I'm DMing you this picture, Duke. Okay.
Okay. I don't care if it's a black man or if it's a Latino or if it's an Asian, a Middle Eastern. If the lips are pink, then it's going down.
You've got the pic, by the way. It should be in your DMs.
Why are you in my DMs?
You are welcome.
You just said you find black men attractive. I'm not interested, Danny. Relax. Please relax.
Yeah, this guy's called Ross Butler. That's his name. I've forgotten his name, but Ross Butler. Yeah, he's
hot.
He is something else. Yeah, as I said, you'll see the pictures when you get a chance. Like, yeah, you'll be blown away. I promise you.
I don't know about blown away. I do like his face. Maybe that's just a weird picture. I don't like the way he's sticking out his neck. He looks like a giraffe almost.
Oh, what, the second one? Yeah, have a look at the first one. He's like bent over.
Wait, let me see. He's doing what, Danny?
Not bent over.
Oh,
but he's like.
What are you sending me?
He's leaning forward. He's leaning forward.
Hold on. Bah! Okay, who hit me?
He's got his physique as well is just incredible. Like his physique's amazing.
I don't know. Why am I not? I wouldn't say most beautiful.
See, for me, I think it is his personality as well.
Maybe so.
That does add it for me. Because in the series, he plays this like jock that's on a team full of like toxic males that rape girls and stuff.
Oh.
And like he kind of stands against it all when it kind of costs him all his friends and everything. But he's just a good guy. I love him.
But yeah, he's not ugly to where I would be like, ew, get away from me. But if his personality was great, I think I would agree. But I'm not crazy about him right now.
He is a man mountain. I love him.
Go slide in his DMs. You never know what people like.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
There's someone not. I thought I scored. I was just sitting here. Oops.
Wow.
I thought I saw a little score animation. That
Oh,
hell. Fluke.
it was a little fluky. It was nice though. Notice how JC went quiet because we started talking about hot men.
First of all, JC said he loves him a Latina.
With it.
JC said he loves him a Latina. He already told me that he does not like his own race.
Yeah, Latina. Latino would be men. Latina is woman.
Right. Latina. That's already women. JC, relax. I'm not trying you up.
You just want to make sure I'm not gay.
No. But that another topic I wanted to cover that I forgot to write down. So if a gay guy gives another guy, most likely straight guy, a compliment, is that disrespectful?
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's disrespectful. I think it makes some men very uncomfortable.
Right. Why do you think that is?
Like now I am much more likely to say to like a female friend of mine, like, "Oh my god, you look amazing! I love your hair" or something.
Mhm.
Whereas when I was out presenting as male,
Mhm.
I'd never say that. I'd never say that to a man. I'd be like, "Oh, they're thinking I'm going to hit on him." You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah. And
Yeah,
again, it
JC,
just comes down to that.
Only
What did you
because JC said he saw something like that
Oh.
on Reddit. I wanted to ask about it because I saw something yesterday that mentioned so there was this video that was on this older rapper. I think he was a little more famous in like the earlier like 90s and early 2000s or whatever. This guy commented and said, I think I have a crush on him. He's aged well. I like his flow and his breath control and all these things. Give him all these compliments. And people were like, why the fuck would he say that? That's disrespectful. If the guy says something negative to him, don't try to cancel him like y'all did with the whole Lil Nas X situation. And I'm just like, all he said was that he aged well and he likes his voice control. Why should he get cussed out for that and called all types of homophobic slurs? What exactly?
Yeah, that seems weird to me.
Like that's what I mean. So like, hello. Why can a man not compliment another man, gay and straight, without the straight man being
Again, that
insecure and uncomfortable? Why not just say thank you and move on with your day? Why does it have to
that
be
again comes down to the whole like toxic masculinity, doesn't it? Like
right?
not feeling comfortable. Oh my god, not feeling comfortable and stuff, and yeah.
I don't.
I don't get that though about it being insulting to somebody or something to compliment them. Like I don't.
Only because this man is, and it goes back to like you were just saying, toxic. Because a woman can do that to a man can do that to a woman. Women can do it to each other, but if a man does it to another man, it's weird or he's uncomfortable. I mean, it's not like the gay man said, "I'm gonna rape you in a closet," or "I would fuck the shit out of you," or something like.
No, that's just what you would say.
Correct, but I would only joke like that if I knew the person. It would just be some random ass stranger. Like that's just weird. But
yeah. No, yeah.
Like I joke with Sam all the time. I compliment Sam every time I see him. He's just, oop, that's a gorgeous man. But I don't get it.
Ooh, who did it?
It's actually time for my GOLI gummies.
Oh, you're still taking those?
I am taking those. That was just my gateway to insert in my video. I have like a little commercial. Wait, the post was on Am I the
Anti-arsehole.
asshole? Okay.
Oh, am I the arsehole?
What?
I'm old. Stop.
Amty? What does that even mean? And it was a
I
gay
was a
guy
gay guy
asking if it
asking
was. Wait, if he was
if a gay guy-
what?
And it was a gay guy asking if he was an arsehole for complimenting a straight
Oh,
guy.
but why should that be? Like, I don't get it. What's? I'll never get it. Let me stop trying to ask.
I get it. I kind of get it though, because I said when I was presenting as male, like I did not feel comfortable telling a guy he looked great. I just didn't, because I thought people would accuse me of God knows what, or he'd think I was hitting on him,
Mhm.
you know, or whatever. Whereas
But
now
even
I'll
if you
quite happily
were,
be like, oh, you look great.
even if you were, what's wrong with
shouldn't
saying
matter.
it
No,
shouldn't?
it shouldn't matter.
If
It shouldn't,
he
it does.
is not down with it and he says thank you so much, but that's not the way I, whatever, y'all could go separate ways. Why does it have to be, oh, we're gonna beat his ass?
But there is this weird assumption, isn't there, that like gay men can't control themselves, and that if they see something they find attractive, like that's it, they're just gonna fucking unleash on them. Like it's this whole thing about NFL players coming out as gay, and all the comments you see are people like, oh well, I wouldn't want to share a locker room with them, and oh, we're gonna have to get separate locker rooms for them, this kind of thing. And it's like, just because they find you attractive, and that's even if they do, like they're not guaranteed to find you attractive because they're gay.
Most
not
of
gonna
the guys
fucking
that
jump
feel
on
that
you
way
like
are
Uncle.
ugly as hell.
Yeah. And it's like they're not going to jump on you like some fucking feral beast. Like they can actually control their urges. like,
If it is an urge.
like I bet you've been suing before, and you've probably been suing along with a gay guy. You didn't know about it, and they didn't fucking mount you there and then. Like, I'm sure you'll live. But it's just this weird assumption that like gay men can't control themselves and stuff, and like, yeah.
I feel like it's just that that's what a straight man would do, or potentially would do. How straight men hit on women, or straight men, I don't know. I feel like the straight man gets insecure and it makes him feel like he's a bitch or something because a guy is hitting on him, so he must be the woman in that situation. I don't know what the issue is, but it blows my mind. I appreciate the straight guys that are not insecure about it and appreciate the compliments from whoever. I always have much more respect.
Oh my god. Yeah, I used to really appreciate it when like if like a gay guy found me attractive, and like a friend of mine would be like, oh, just so you know, like whatever his name is actually, like he thinks you're quite hot, kind of thing.
Oh,
I'd be quite flattered. I didn't know why
Dani,
it happened.
Please. Did you just say when
It
you were
happened.
straight?
Well,
Please.
I mean, technically, I am straight now.
Please. You just said you'd fuck the shit out of an Asian woman.
I mean,
Straight where?
I'm bi, I guess. I'm bi.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I did identify as straight at one point though. Like I did identify as straight at one point.
Hell, we
again, that
both
was just-
did.
Yeah, true.
For me, it was, I'm doing this because this is what you're supposed to do. Like,
Yeah.
in the beginning, I didn't know that was even, like, a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there is no such thing as gay. Like, you just, men likes women, women's like, okay, you know what the hell I'm saying, hell. This is how it goes. Who fucked that up? This is how it goes. There's no other way. So when I found out that there were other options, I don't have to be with a woman, it was like, well, shit. This is what it is.
Why the hell would I?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like I said before, I had my first like experience in kindergarten. This do you know what kindergarten is? Is that a thing over there?
It's not, but I know what it is. It's like, I think we call it reception, or nursery and reception, I think we call it.
Yeah, like young as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like 5 or 6, 6, 7.
Okay, so that's not nursery then. I think that would be like reception / like year 1 for us.
Okay.
I'm not sure how old year 1 is, but yeah, basically I know what you mean. Yeah.
Okay. So it was this guy, I guess this boy. We were in the same class, of course. And he would grab my ass. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was like my first little crush. Like, hell, why wouldn't it be? But me not knowing or understanding that's gay, I'm not supposed to do that. That never came across my mind. Or hell, since everyone wants to talk about the children, I never watched it on TV to know that was what 2 men could do. That it was just a natural thing, you know.
Can I just say, me and JC are linking up here. Like, we're killing it.
Are you talking shit about me? I have I have 2
No,
saves. Thanks.
I'm just saying, we're linking up. We're killing it.
Save it. Hell. But no. Anyway, everyone likes to scream the children when 2 men kiss. I never grew up once seeing that. You were saying, Dan?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I never said you weren't doing anything.
Hell.
There you
Still
go,
my
JC got the
assist.
assist.
Keep my dick out your mouth, JC. I never grew up. Who let that in?
Oh my god, what a save.
I never grew up watching 2 men kiss. Yet here I am being a man that kisses a man. So what was the influence? Danny, what was your influence?
I said mine was meeting friends that were trans.
No, before that.
Oh, I see. You're saying like what technically made you gay.
Yeah, what made you? Did you watch something on TV? Did you watch a movie? Did you?
Yeah, that's what you mean.
Did you watch 2?
I mean, I know
Huh?
Some people would argue it's because I haven't had a father.
Please.
But
They can't argue that with me.
Yeah, they can't. It is. It's just it's natural, really. I think
it is
brainwave.
Both of my parents have been in my life my entire time. They've been married my entire life. So none of that what they would argue would make sense. None of it.
Oh, I fucked that up.
I did not
they did
know.
A study they did a study on a bunch of trans people, and they measured their brain waves and they compared them to like male and females, and their brain waves are more in conjunction with their chosen sex than their actual born sex.
Mm-hmm.
That made sense. So, like, trans women's brain waves actually matched up with that of women, of cis women. And I imagine it's probably the same with gay people as well.
I know that T.S. Madison was saying, or someone was saying, that if the human body is capable of creating intersex, which is like both genitals, how can people not wrap their mind around that someone can be born a male but mentally be female and vice versa? Why does no one want to grasp that situation?
But they have actually, I think they have actually shown that, haven't they? There is more than just 2 genders.
But this is just to people that completely don't care or disagree and don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Because
that's
it has
annoying me the most, though, when these people have these fucking opinions, and they're so set in these opinions that you can give them. It doesn't matter how much fucking evidence you can give them.
Mm-hmm.
You could give them a fucking segment from the Bible that told them that trans people existed or gay people existed, and they would still say fake news, or they would still cut with some other stupid reason. Yeah, exactly, JC. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just, oh my god, you can't fucking argue with them. You really can't.
And there's so many people in the church that'll say they used to be gay, and they prayed it out so you can do the same, knowing damn well that they either were never gay or it's still in them, and they fight it. Like it, I just don't understand. Or if you say that the Bible is not translated right and that homosexuality was never interpreted correctly, no one want to hear that.
Mhm.
Do you agree with that, or how do you feel about that?
Well, I was actually having a conversation with mum the other day, funny enough,
Mhm.
because she told me about it, because she's religious,
Right.
and she came across a passage in Corinthians, I think it was,
Hmm.
that I'm paraphrasing, but it basically said like, it doesn't matter whether you're this or that or gay or whatever, none of it matters in heaven,
Hmm.
and everyone's the same in heaven. It doesn't matter what you are, kind of thing.
Hmm.
And so that is literally the Bible pretty much saying like, I don't give a shit if you're gay or trans or whatever, it's all fine. Like, but people pick the shit they want to,
Yeah.
you know. It's like I said, I don't think there's actually, I've said this to you before, but I don't think there's actually any passage in the Bible that directly says that being gay is wrong. There's one passage that says a man may not lie with another man, I think.
Hmm.
But they say that actually the Hebrew translation is actually more accurately a man may not lay with a young boy.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. So
I
like,
feel you.
if that is, yeah, which is obviously is I would respect. Right?
Correct.
So it's just,
Should be in the
not that
Bible.
it should matter what the Bible says, but if people are using that, then they need to stop cherry picking the verses that suit their argument and actually.
People see, that's another thing. People have been cherry picking for thousands of years. How many people do you know that are straight that are having kids with no ring on their finger?
Oh yeah, exactly.
But that's
Or hell, not
okay.
even arranged marriage. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no one condemns them to hell. Like that's just normal at this point. The story that I told you before with that guy getting his son's dick sucked before he's even 18. Like, what is that? What is that?
I had some guy hit on me the other day through Facebook actually,
What do you say?
and I noticed he was just kind of hitting on me and like chatting me up and stuff, and I noticed that he was from like the deep south, and he was like a deep Christian as well. So I was like, I
Oh,
should probably
Lord.
mention that because this might be an issue for him.
He doesn't care.
And he was like, well, and I told him, and he was like, well, it doesn't bother me, but you are sinning.
"Oh my God."
And I was like, I mean, who are you to tell someone that you're sinning or not? Like,
Is it a sin though?
it's just exactly who decides that. But it's like people just, I don't know.
Is trans a sin?
Well, I don't think there is anything. There is actually nothing in the Bible that directly says that. Being, and I said it in this Corinthians verse. It literally says something like genders mean nothing. In this Corinthians verse in the Bible. So it's like, just why don't they use that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
because those same people that are so against homosexuality are, like I said before, fucking before marriage. They are eating foods that are not supposed to be eaten according to the Bible. They are, hell, lying, stealing, I'm sure cheating. Like, it's just so many other things that they'll skip over. I knew so my used to be best friend in high school was dating this guy who was like a preacher's like wannabe, I guess. I don't know. He was like preaching on Sundays and like I wanted to be a pastor, I think. So he's preaching about all these
okay,
things, and of course, gay people was on his list.
of
Excuse me.
course.
And I find out that he's fucking around with her after school. I'm just like, did you skip that part of your Bible or something? Like, you're gonna preach about gay people, but you're not gonna talk about like fucking and sucking before marriage? Like, did you skip that, or did you not care, or does that not apply to you because your hormones are
Yeah,
raging?
exactly.
Like, are we serious? That was hilarious to me.
Exactly. And I don't know who at what point decided they've like ranked sins. Like they've just, do you know what I mean? Like they've decided
Yeah.
that being gay is a greater sin than
It's worse
yeah,
than
like
everything.
having sex out of marriage.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know who at what point decided to rank all the sins like in some like Reddit top 10 post. Like
Maybe it's because we can't necessarily repent for being gay because we'll always want to do it, or we can't have kids, which is supposed to, like, the whole be fruitful shit, or
yeah,
it's not natural, like all those things that people say, and it's just like none of that applies. None of it. It doesn't make sense.
yeah.
I just can't, like, that can be talked about forever. I just it rages
None
me.
of it makes sense to me.
No, we can't keep choosing.
I'm gonna hop out of this game, by the way. I'll stay in chat for a bit. But I'm gonna. Yeah, it is. You're right, JC, yeah.
It's just it's the people.
I said, like, my mum's obviously Christian, and she does her best to like accept it, and she actually goes out of her way and she'll look for like Bible verses and stuff that actually support me being trans and that kind of thing. So it's kind of which I kind of respect, but you do get some people that are just so like judgmental with it, and it's just yeah.
I think it's the same with my grandmother. I was helping her out on her phone, and I think I came across one of her like Google searches saying, "What does the Bible say about homosexuals?" or something. Because apparently my mother told her that I told her that I like men and I had a boyfriend and all this stuff. So I was like, wow, okay. So maybe she's trying to find answers, and I'm hoping that helps, because a bunch of religious people are brainwashed completely. So I don't know.
It says a lot how the Pope came out, didn't he, and said that purgatory. I don't know if you knew this, but he came out and they said that purgatory wasn't real
The
and
what?
purgatory was not a thing. But you know, purgatory,
What is
the
that?
Catholics believe in. It's like I'm not quite clear. I think it's where you go when if you've sinned. It's where you go to like repent after you die. Bit like limbo, I guess.
Oh,
So you go to purgatory and you pay off your sins there, and then either go on to heaven or you go on to hell if you know. But like the Pope literally came out and said like, yeah, this is absolute rubbish. Like purgatory is not mentioned in the Bible at all, and like we've all worshipped this purgatory for fucking centuries.
millennia.
But it's not even in the Bible. It was made up by someone at some point. It's not in the Bible. Like,
What the fuck?
and he's just got rid of it. Like, and it just says it says a lot really. Like, you know,
He just stopped it.
A lot
Like,
of religion is. Yeah, he just said it wasn't a thing anymore. I'm pretty sure this is the same Pope that came out and said that being gay was fine as well. Is it Thomas? Pope Thomas? Pope something? He's quite fascinating. He refuses to sleep in the traditional like Pope quarters as well. He sleeps in like a much poorer like area. But yeah, he came out and said that being gay was nothing wrong with being gay. He came out and said purgatory was bullshit. And I said though, it's all just it kind of sums up religion really. Most of it's man-made. Like, but yeah.
Pope Francis, JC says.
Pope Francis, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Well done, JC.
What?
Bit revolutionary.
Popes also weren't they also the ones that have sex with boys?
I mean,
Or is that
it's
priests?
not like. No. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I guess it is priests.